Well, I've heard a lot of nice political speeches, and I've heard a lot of exaggeration of facts and some accuracy in facts. I do believe that today is the beginning of this balance we're looking for, or this beginning of the conversation. We have to tell the business community, the people that create jobs in Michigan. You and I spend money if we're on appropriations, and there are jobs, there's state jobs, we have some great people out there doing their job, but the jobs that are created are done in our districts by people who mortgage their homes, take an idea, and start a business. And then they hire somebody else, and then they hire somebody else. And it begins to grow. And guess what? Back in our communities, that's not happening very much. I've got the Senate Fiscal Agency report here. I left the legislature in 2002, and since 2001, and I would argue 9/11 was the beginning of our demise, but we've lost 637,000 jobs, give or take. Now, in my old planning department in my township, we averaged 3.1 people per house. 600,000 jobs. I'm going to make the math easy for everybody. 3 people per family, let's say. So that's 1.8 million people that have been affected over the last, let's say, 7 years. Folks, we're on the wrong path. Something has to change. And I've been here for 2 years, and guess what? The numbers aren't going right. And whoever said something about the talking about tax policy, some of us walked in the door in 2007, and guess what? We had 12 months to fix the tax problem. So 8 of us who are returning were given a very large task, with all the rest of you, to rewrite tax policy. Because the previous 4 years, 8 years, 12 years, maybe it didn't get done like it should have. So the last year, or in 2007, we were able to rewrite tax policy with all of you. It was really ugly. Because I'm on finance, we were in meetings, we were in more meetings, and then we were in even more meetings. And we negotiated, and we worked. We tried to find a balance. The MBT was agreed upon in those meetings. The surcharge never came out of those meetings. The service tax never came out of those meetings. The MBT is what we negotiated and what we worked on and what we came to fruition with. The rest of the stuff is what we're dealing with that was not part of rewriting tax policy. And so for many of us, who hopefully will be around a while yet, we believe that wasn't a very good idea. The numbers are proving it. Now, if you want to find cuts, I'm on appropriations. You know me, I will work with anybody. I have a list here of about $1.6 billion in cuts. You won't agree with them? I don't even agree with some of them. But we have a list, and if we don't start putting that list together, we're on the same path. We sit around, no, I don't want to pass anything. You know what business is saying? They're deciding right now, in the next quarter, I have to pay 100% increase. And in that quarter, I've got to come up with X amount of dollars, and guess what? That's 1 job in my business. That's 2 jobs in my business. And they're asking, you know, is Lansing even paying attention? Do they even care? And I think today, by voting for Senate Bill 1, we send a message, business, we know you create jobs, you are an integral part of Michigan, we need you, because I can't do anything on approps until they produce. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think our job is to send a message back home that business in Michigan is still desired, and we want to help them get back on track. My job is not creating jobs in Michigan. I spend a lot of their money. There are jobs that come with that, but we're not making money on them. We're just spending the money. And so it is time for us to be bold. I said it before. It's going to take some risk. I know some of you are scared to death that there's going to be this emptiness in our budgets. I come back after a number of years being gone and I look at our budgets and we're up to $44 billion, and by the time this rescue package, stimulus package comes, I'm imagining the budgets next year, we're going to have $48 billion or $50 billion or something in our budgets. And the average citizen back home says, you know what, Lansing, you spend way too much money because it's their money in the first place. So it is time for us to re-examine, be bold, work together, find balance. I heard all the nice words. Guess what? If we don't do it this year, we are going to be in a lot of trouble. And so, my colleagues, I ask that you'll join all of us, both sides. We find these solutions, but I think Senate Bill 1 is a great first start. It's a bold move. It's trying to find change. It's trying to reinvent who we are in some respects. It's the beginning. It's not the silver bullet. So I ask for your support, and I ask that we represent Michigan business owners who are trying to pay their bills so that they don't find foreclosure on their businesses and then their employees find foreclosure on their homes.